Hey! Happy Wednesday! Also happy Mother's Day, because this is the last time we'll be talking to you until Mother's Day.
Yes, I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day.
Hopefully your partner is like making plans, taking notes, kicking ass, I don't know, taking names.
You deserve it.
Whatever. And if they're not, do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, sleep in, go get a coffee from somewhere, do a face mask.
Some self-love.
Yeah, my husband has to work, so I don't know. I think I'm going to meet up with my stepmom. And I'm for sure going to my in-laws because my sister-in-law and I are going to record an interview episode. So I'll record for you on Mother's Day. But this is the last time we're talking until Mother's Day.
Yes.
Also, if you're on YouTube, we have a new background. Let me know if you like it. Okay? We're trying some, well, I'm like constantly trying new stuff around here. But, because last week I did that cool edit. I feel like it was cool. I don't know if anyone liked it or not. Basically, I made it so that it looked like our video was in like a computer screen. And Vanessa and I had like orange and purple on. And then I had the background purple and orange. Like vice versa. Mm-hmm. So it was like ombre into each other, like opposite colors of what we were. And I was like, this is so creative.
That is creative. Let us know if you like it.
So if you're listening, you can go check us out on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're on YouTube, hey. But I tried, so when we're doing interviews, we can't really do it in Vanessa's car. So I was like, oh, I could get like a dollar store sheet and hang it behind us and then put like MOMSTER NO more. So I was like, oh, like I could just put that as our background. I mean, I don't really care that you guys know that we record in the car. But I was like, maybe that would be cool if in like glowing letters behind us it said MOMSTER NO more. And then I made the background, and anytime I uploaded it to where we do our videos, it was not correct. It was either like way zoomed in, way like crazy. So this is what we got. Maybe I'll type MOMSTER NO more in glowing letters like when I make the YouTube video, but
yeah. She gets to do all the fun stuff. I just upload them and put them all together. That's my job.
Yeah. So my wins of the week. I consistently went to the gym every day. That's pretty much what I got. It was like an okay week. It is going to be a crazy weekend. I'm pretty prepped up for it. Normally we do record for you guys like Sundays or Saturdays. Sometimes Saturdays. I mean, really kind of whenever. But because last week we like did our wins on Tuesday. Like the day before it uploaded. But we're
working around our crazy schedules.
Yes.
But making sure we're not missing any.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, we have crazy schedules. So it's all, every day we're doing something.
So this coming weekend, it'll be past when you're listening. Friday, low-key, grocery shopping, laundry, cleaning the kitchen, doing the dishes, recording this episode, listening to our book. Saturday morning, Vanessa and I are going to get up, go to the gym. Then we're going to go home. She drives me to the gym. So she's going to drive me home, drop me off. I'm going to get all three of my girls in all three dance costumes, tights, hair, blah, 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 the whole 9 yards. My kids have really short hair, so it's not like it's not normal dance hair, like a ballet bun or anything. But still make them like look presentable. And then get myself presentable looking. Vanessa's going to go to her house, do the same, be all presentable, and then pick me up. The girls have to be there 30 minutes before the recital. So we're going to drop them off and then go in the car, record our book episode, go watch
Peyton is so excited that she gets to be in the back, though.
Really?
Yes. And then Sawyer's like, I want to. That's not fair.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Sawyer and Peyton would be cray-cray back there.
Sawyer would be cray-cray.
Yeah.
I think Peyton is going to peek. That's all.
Really?
That's all I think she'll do.
I don't think she'll show up with the background.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But also, she could be in it. We could not have the background.
I mean, I guess she would have to. She would probably still show with the background.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Because it detects your face and blurs out the back. So we'll see if it detects your face or not.
Maybe if she's way back there, it won't. But we'll see. She's excited.
And then, yeah, Vanessa and Peyton are going to come watch. And my in-laws will be at the first show. And then there's a break. Vanessa has... Well, are you going to still have ball if it's raining? It's supposed to rain on Saturday.
I don't have ball Saturday. I have ball on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So Saturday, my friend is coming over. And her daughter and her friend are coming. And we're going to clean my house. And do things like that. And then the kids are going to just play.
My girls will have their second show. Come home, whatever. I don't know. Showers.
Yeah. And then Sunday,
I don't think we have plans. Sunday, we are doing a...
Wake up early, meal prep. And then we have, I have field cleanup for our baseball diamonds. And then we have softball practice at 2, baseball practice at 4.
We're doing a photo shoot.
Oh, yeah. Back up.
Yeah.
Back up.
We are getting all 5 of the kids together and us and doing a little Mother's Day photo shoot. So we'll post the photos to our Instagram on Mother's Day if you want to check them out. Mm-hmm. We love. If you check us on Instagram, maybe, I don't know, Facebook, possibly, but I got enough Facebook friends. Well, I don't know. Maybe I need more because actually I'm in a competition to win $20,000. So that was a big, big win. I was in between.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
6th and 5th, 6th and 5th, 4th, 5th, 4th, 5th, 4th, 5th. And now I'm bumped to 3rd, baby.
Yeah, when I voted today, it comes up now and like shoots confetti. Yeah.
So I'm in a competition. The biggest, most important thing to me is I get a magazine article written about me. And I think that could really help promote the podcast. And like right now, this is my big project, my big like life. It's like all I'm focusing on, really. And so I think that would really help. But besides the magazine article, you get $20,000 and you get a weekend trip to somewhere in California. Spring, I don't know. But somewhere in California.
I'm not good at that.
And so it's like, I think you and a friend or something like that for a weekend getaway. So I don't know if that's where they like take you to like do the newspaper article, but it says like relaxing weekend. So
yeah, so you're probably doing that. That'd be cool.
So I'm bumped up to 3rd place, and then my friend looked up the rules and I realized it literally goes until June 20th. So I've been posting on Facebook every single day. People, please vote for me. Please vote for me. And once you get, so basically everyone's put in different groups right now, and you have to get first place in your group, and then everyone that takes first place out of all the different groups gets put into like pre-qualifiers. Then there's like a wild card where anyone who got second gets brought into it, and then there's like pre-qualifiers, qualifiers, and then grand prize winners. And for those, every week the votes reset.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like kind of gonna be intense. No, so I really wanted to hit 10,000 steps every day for the month of May. So May 1st, I was like, can we please go on a walk? Can we please go on a walk? And he says yes to a walk. So then the girls want to come with. So we took them like a little ways around. And I was like, can we do the 3-mile loop, please? Maybe this was the day, maybe this was Tuesday. I don't know. One of the days, whatever.
Yeah, it was Tuesday because you had rehearsal yesterday.
Well, I couldn't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday. Oh. Because one day he like agreed to a walk, and then while we were on the walk, he like started complaining about walking. Stops at the gas station, gets a soda and a freaking Kit Kat. And then the one day, instead of going on a walk, we went to play tennis, and I was at like 9,700 steps or something like that. And we drove. Literally, the tennis court is 1 block away from my house, okay?
Yeah.
And he made us drive. So then I was like, let's like go a little bit more in tennis. And in the morning, like in bed, he's like, oh my God, my ankles are so sore. Like my ankles, blah,
It's
blah,
because he's
blah.
out of shape.
And yeah, but then he's like, I'm so fit. I can eat pizza and McDonald's and drink soda and like I'm so great and so blah blah. And I'm like, you're just a man.
Oh, I haven't told you this yet. Yeah, so John, obviously he works out all the time, blah blah blah. But he couldn't work out, so then he gained weight back. So now he's like trying to get all back into it.
Yeah.
But he's been like super sore lately. He is decided that he's gonna fast for a week.
What?
For a week. He was watching something online last night, and he's like, I think I'm gonna fast for a week and just drink like water and bone broth. Oh my! I'm like, for a week? He's like, well, I don't think I'll be able to do it, so I'm definitely gonna try like from Monday to Friday.
Tell him he can do whatever he sets his mind to.
And I was like, well, you can't work out.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to have any energy. And he's like, I'll just run on the treadmill. I'm like, still, you can't do that.
Yeah.
He's like, well, and I want to give my body, like, rest by not lifting weights.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, like, I don't know. Stupid. I'm not happy about it. Not happy about it at all. But also,
John has such a relationship with the scale that I feel like typical men don't like share. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
like, I feel like having a relationship with the scale is definitely more put on female.
So what started this is one time I said something about him gaining weight, and ever since then he's like,
weren't you guys like
so
18
much.
or 12 or something?
No, it wasn't. I want to say it was like 2 or 3 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. And ever since then, I mean, because he used to go through stages where he would work out really, really hard, and then he would gain a bunch of weight, and then work out really hard, and then gain weight. And he kept kind of like that vicious cycle.
Yeah.
But also, like, I keep sending John things to go on a walk at night, and he won't. Like, about walking after dinner.
I know.
How it's so good
for you.
And he hates walks.
My thing is, I said we should do dinner because Josh keeps saying, oh, I'm going to get these kids on a schedule. I'm going to get these kids on a routine. And I'm like, once we have dinner, we should all walk. The kids don't walk as far as us. I mean, yeah, we could force them to.
Well, it's only like a 20-minute walk.
I know.
And that's good for you.
So I'm saying, like, I'm not going to force my kids. So what I said to Josh is we could take the dog and the kids around like a typical little situation that we do around here. Like, we have a way that we go with the kids and then bring them back home, and me and him go longer. Because my hypothesis, we're on a little bit of a rampage right here apparently, but is that because Josh, so literally Josh's old job, that he hasn't been at his new job for a year yet. So his old job, he worked like super mega overtime in the summer, and in the fall and the spring he had part-time hours, and for a couple months in the winter he didn't work like at all. And in the winter he would drink so much soda and gain weight, and because donating plasma, you can only gain or lose a certain amount in a week or you get deferred. So then in the summertime, when it switched to part-time, he would gain, or he would lose a little bit. Like, so he would have his time off and gain. Switch to part-time, lose a little bit, but almost hit that threshold of how much you can lose in a week. And then when it switched from part-time to full-time to overtime, he literally would just drop because he wouldn't be having his sodas. He would only be having water. He's outside working in the heat, jumping in and out of boats, like going all over the place. And he would drop. So I'm like, dude, you're in a temperature controlled climate now. And he's, I don't know where you guys listen from, but we have Quick Trips around here, okay? Joshua drinks 2 big buddies of Mountain Dew a day.
No, doesn't he get the bigger one? The Mega Buddy?
Yeah. The green one.
The yellow or green one, yeah. Because the Big Buddy is the red one.
Oh,
so
he gets the Mega Buddy. He has 2 of those of Mountain Dew a day. And then when he's at work, because he gets one on his way to work and one on his way home. And then when he's at work, he goes to the vending machine and gets 20 ounces of Mountain Dew a day as well on his shifts.
Yeah.
And
he had those big ones today.
Mm-hmm. And
That
so
is
literally,
crazy to me.
if he's in this temperature controlled climate, I don't think he's going to switch to his water. So, haha, Mr. 35, wait, how old is he? I don't know, 35, metabolism slowing down. He's going to get a reality check.
Yeah, he is.
Because he's not going to up his exercising. He's not going to up his sweat. He's not going to down his soda and up his water. He's screwed. And I cannot wait for his downfall. Because he literally is so like...
But do you think he'll care? Like if he starts gaining more weight? You know how like some men just don't care?
I don't know. Because he very, like... He doesn't really step on the scale and stuff, but...
I know, but like when his clothes stop fitting and like he doesn't have energy.
I'll keep you all updated.
Yeah.
I'll keep you all updated.
Be curious.
So yeah, that's like my week. My thoughts. What's your wins?
I forgot. I kept my house clean. We cleaned it last week, the areas of my bathroom, my bedroom, and my hallway upstairs. So I've been able to maintain that, keep it clean. So that's definitely a win for me. I've been putting my face stuff away every time after I wash my face, and I don't know, just doing a good job with that. Then we had softball practice on Tuesday, baseball practice also on Tuesday. Had a little issues with softball practice, but I think they're resolved, hopefully. It could just be me overthinking everything, but that's that. And Wednesday, Sawyer had a pitching lesson. And then Thursday, we had like an open house for the middle school. So Sawyer got to check out the middle school. That was utter chaos. That was nuts. I thought it was just going to be like the kids going into 6th grade, but it was also like 8th graders and things like that. So it was nutso. But the kids got their face painted. That was cute.
Really?
Yeah. And my sister was there because my nephew's going into 7th grade. My nephew and my niece. So they were there. They are in the same grade. Because Lila's birthday, I shouldn't say names. My niece's birthday is in August and my nephew's in September, 1 year apart. So because September is normally like the threshold, I don't know, like it's so close. Like that's like, I don't know how to explain it.
So she had them be in the same grade on purpose?
That's what they did.
Oh, really?
Because of how their birthdays land.
So they're Irish twins?
Yeah, I guess. I didn't know that was a thing. You told me about that. But yeah, they're like, 13 months apart. Yeah.
Do they fight a lot?
No. Also, she has a stepson in that grade too. Yeah.
Well, at least they all go to the same school because when my mom was married, her husband's daughter and then my brother graduated the same year and couldn't go to Ken, was around my brother for how long, and their graduation was the same night at different schools.
That stinks. Yeah, they get along, which I love. And then my nephew's grounded right now, though, because he's been pretty misbehaved. Which I got to see him in a school setting, and that was kind of nuts. He's just like a completely different kid walking into the school.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But I feel like literally one of my kids is that way.
Yeah, but probably to the better when they're at school. Or worse when they're at school.
I guess better.
Yeah.
At school.
Yeah. And that's how it normally is. I don't know.
But it's like drastic.
Yeah.
Like a different tone of voice. Everything.
Yeah. I mean, my nephew talks completely different too.
It's insane.
So he will not be staying the night this weekend. Like he always does. And then this weekend, we kind of discussed this weekend. I have lots of goals. Like cleaning my house and getting things situated before the 11th. I keep talking about the 11th. I'm so sorry. Once it's over, you guys will never have to hear about it again.
Till next year.
Well, I keep saying my life is over till October, though.
Yeah.
But then October will start, like, dance and all that. So, really? Probably not. For September through...
Exactly. I was already looking at
October.
I was looking at the girls last Saturday.
Yeah.
I was looking at the girls' days off of school because I was like, they don't have a break in February next year. They've always had off that Friday or Monday, the week of Valentine's Day. They don't have that next year. So, I mean, yeah, me too. I've been looking at with Josh's vacation. We kind of have to plan because it gets approved. Like, obviously, January would be when he puts it in, but it's like, you know, it's crazy, the mental load of mothers. So.
Oh, I sent John so many things today about, like, a mother's brain and what's all going through their head.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I just don't... He keeps saying that I'm off and that I'm not myself. Yeah. And I just seem distant and all these things. And I'm like, you just don't understand what is going on in my brain.
I just was, like, telling Josh, I don't know, should I just only let them do, like, one night a week? Should we just let them, you know, because dance is cheap. You pay for it one time and it's like 30 weeks long.
Also,
you know what I mean?
I felt that I had crazy judgment.
For what?
The other day when I was talking to a mom about how much my kids are in.
Yeah.
I felt like major judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And I like didn't really defend myself, but I felt like I should have.
I feel like moms feel strongly one way or the other. And each parent, I think, in their own brain has like a threshold of where too much is too much. And it's like, well, you don't know my family. You don't know my kids. You don't know if they're asking to be in it. Like,
that's what I was saying. Like, my kids, I don't force my kids in anything.
I beg my kids to do less. Low key.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. That was just super, like,
yeah.
Why so much judgment? Like, my kids love it. If my kids weren't in things, like, what would they be doing?
Terrorizing your house. Literally, we're like 1 week into not having any after school activities. And, they just keep taking stuff off the shelf and like completely destroying my living room coffee table.
Yeah. And my kids are so active. I mean, you see them. They're bouncing off the walls. Like, so, like, I need to challenge that energy. And I think putting them in sports is great. But I always ask. Like, I don't...
It's crazy because if you would take your kid to a park every single night, like, they would...
Like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Like, am I strict about commitment? Yes. Like, if you want to be in something, you commit to your team. Like, you commit to that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you don't like it, I normally don't let them quit either right away.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if they absolutely hated it, fine. Like, Sawyer tried baseball, like a rec baseball thing last summer, and it was awful. So I let him quit.
Really?
Yeah. It was just, he was too advanced for it.
Yeah.
So it was like basics, and he was very bored.
Sometimes I want to look at you when you're talking, and then I'm like, I should probably, you know,
I know.
for you to keep...
But I keep looking outside at the birds and the
So
rabbits.
that's another thing I want in the future is us. I think if I had a camera here and you had a camera there.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, anyone listening, should I cut my hair off?
Should we put a poll up?
Yeah, we should put a poll up. Because, I mean, I let my hair get long a few times, but I normally have it, like...
You do.
Short. And I feel like it's just dry. I changed shampoo and conditioner, and I feel like it's really thick and poofy. So now I feel like I'm over it. But it's starting to get stuck in my armpits now.
Yeah.
So what should I do? You tell me. I was thinking keep it long so I could braid it on hot summer days. And, like, do something cute with a hat.
I could do bubble braids and stuff on you with shorter hair, though.
Yeah. But now I'm like, maybe I just want to chop it off. But then with chopping it off, I have to do my hair more often because it gets weird. Like, when it's this long, it's so heavy that it just goes flat. Like, straight.
You know what I need to do with my hair? Brush it. Because I will undo this knot on the top of my head, and I will shower and then throw it right back in this knot.
Yeah,
and not brush it. And I mean,
I get it. It's like a mental health thing.
Yeah. Well, what happened was I was trying to like style it, and it got a little bit like the snarliness got a little bit up too high, and then.
Does Josh ever brush your hair?
No.
I've
also never asked him though.
I have John brush my hair. Some days. Or my kids.
Kenzie wants to. I just don't let her.
It feels so good. I remember like sitting in front of my mom as a kid and her just brushing my hair.
I'm feeling very tired, but anyways, I've had so much caffeine today. I don't know how I'm feeling tired. It's just very calm in here. Like
it's nice and hot too.
The way the sun is though right now, I feel like, and there's like little bugs, and like the grass is like cut over
summer night.
Yeah, the vibes are good.
Yeah,
but okay, anything else? Or I'm just gonna get into it.
No, I think we need to get into it.
Yeah, I can do like the short and sweet version of all three of my birth stories real quick.
Do you want to do a short and sweet?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have that good of memories anyways. Basically, I was with Brooklyn, not really dating Joshua, and I got pregnant. And we were I feel like it was like around Eve of Destruction time. So September, when I found out that I was pregnant. And part of it was because
Did you go to Eve of Destruction?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've lived here my whole life.
I don't even know what that is.
Seriously?
No.
Oh my god, it's the best.
Is it like monster trucks?
Kind of. So
or
they do
cars?
Like figure eights with trailers on the back and figure eights with buses, and they like light stuff on fire and shit. Yeah. It's like the best. So it's like the races, but it's like jacked up.
Where is it at?
Kakana. We're going this year. So you can go early and sit in the stands, or you can go later and sit in the grass. It's packed, like shoulder to shoulder. Like, it is a big thing.
Got it. Let's go.
Oh my god, I can't believe you right now. I remember going to a strip club and Josh making me get a lap dance with Brooklyn. And I thought the first time I ever went to a strip club was after Eve of Destruction. But my belly was big when I got my lap dance. So how many times have I been to a strip club?
You got a lap dance while pregnant?
Yeah, because Josh thought it was funny. I was 18. I don't know. Easily persuaded. Okay?
I've never been to a strip club with John.
I've only... Wait, no.
You just went.
Because I just went.
I've only been to one strip club once in my life with John's mom for her birthday.
So, yeah, Josh and I have gone like a handful of times. His birthday, my birthday, whatever. He like thinks it's so funny. So, okay. I wanted like a cheeseburger or cheese curds or something. And back in the day, I literally did not eat cheese. Like, I wouldn't eat cheese pizza. It had to be pepperoni pizza. And so I was like, basically, yo, I'm pregnant. And we took the test. And
you wouldn't eat cheese, but you'd eat pepperoni pizza with cheese. Oh my god. This is when you were cray-cray.
I still am.
Like, seaweed eaten.
No, that was before the seaweed.
Okay.
Because I was very limited diet. Before getting pregnant with Brooklyn, very much like my middle child. Very, like, there was a handful of things I would eat.
Got it. Okay.
Like, I would never, ever, ever. And if, like, so my dad used to, like, have me pick stuff off of my pizza or pick stuff out of my mac and cheese. Like, he would add tuna and peas to mac and cheese. Ugh. And he would ask me to, like, pick it out. And I would, like, cry and bawl my eyes out. And basically it was like, my life is over and no one loves me. Because I have to pick what I don't like out.
Yeah.
I was very restricted with my eating. So, but not because of, like...
You were just
like,
picky.
I was just so picky. So then, yeah, I was like, something's funky. And then we took the test. me and him together at his parents' house in his parents' bathroom. No. Me and him were there because he got like kicked out of his house that he was in. And he was living at his parents'.
Got it.
And yeah, basically found out I was pregnant because it came out right away. Pregnant. I start bawling. I called my one friend, Brittany, and I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. Maybe I texted her. I don't know. It was like, my life is over. But also low-key probably happy because my whole like high school, I was like, I'm going to be a single mom. Like it, like Bailey's always like, you always wanted to be a mom. Like you always want, like being a mom was like your thing. Very true. Like I did always want to be a mom.
Yeah.
And I always thought I would be a single mom. Because my mom was a single mom. Her mom was a single mom. Like I was just like, I'm going to be a strong, independent, single mom. And Josh would never let me be a single mom.
So was Josh happy?
Yeah, so happy. So then he took me to this party. Everyone's like playing beer pong, smoking in the garage, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, hey, everybody, look, we have all 3 trimesters right here. And he pointed to someone with the big belly, someone who like just had announced she was pregnant, and then to me. Of like these party people.
Party people.
And I'm like, did not really know these people. Like, oh my God. Like,
so he was excited and ready to tell the world.
Yeah.
Did you tell his parents right away?
No. So then I like knew I was pregnant. A little while after that, we had to tell my mom. I like basically texted her, like, I need to tell you something. She was at someone's, like a big Mexican party. And because Josh always says, what is it in the bottom of the bottle? A worm or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had Josh, like, and the people there were like, congratulations. And it was like literally a big Mexican fiesta birthday party. And my mom took me in the bathroom and slapped me in the face. And it was like...
So in front of everybody, she acted happy for you, and then that happened?
Well, she didn't really act happy. But she's like, I effing knew it. Blah, blah, blah.
I mean, yeah, normally that is what the thing is.
Yeah.
Mom, I had to tell you something.
Yeah. So...
I better never hear those words.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So, I don't remember. Tasha found out before Nona. Tasha found out. We took Nona to, like, West Wisconsin Diner. And Tasha Holton was there. And she was like, Mom, you know how, like, any baby is a blessing to, like, blah. I don't remember exactly how she said it. You know how, like, every baby is a blessing? Something like that is how she said it. And then Nona looked at me, you're pregnant. And I'm like, yeah, I'm pregnant.
So Tasha was happy for you?
She was like...
trying to make the best of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And
then, she struggled, so she knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom told my brother's dad because she had to tell someone. And he was like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't really remember like how or whatever we told other people. I don't even remember telling Josh's family, to be honest. And Josh's dad always like remembers me. So literally I met him one time at his house before he had to move back into his parents.
You should have sun on your face.
I know, it's been like that like the whole time. This YouTube video is whack, but let me know if you like the background. Even though I really don't like the way my arm looks right today.
Yeah, me neither. Try and cover it with my long hair. It's a good thing I still have long hair. Yeah. Alright, so fast forward. Now you're having any complications with Brooklyn?
No.
You did all the doctor things.
Yep.
You...
I like went on time.
Eating.
I like went on time even with Brooklyn, like to all my appointments and stuff.
Yeah.
And that matters for later in the story. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't want to find out if she was a boy or a girl. Josh did want to find out. So we let my mom and Josh have the envelope. They opened it. I didn't find out.
I think people that don't find out is nuts. Sorry, sister-in-law. But I could never.
I didn't want to know. I wanted to be team green. I didn't want to have all pink because I wanted to have gender neutral stuff for my next kid. And like, Yeah. I don't really like pink. So those were kind of like my reasons. I really wanted to be like the best mom that I could be. I didn't want to be like 18 people saying I'm a piece of crap. So I did a lot of Pinterest, like how to have a baby without a C-section, how to breastfeed, the best way to like make your own baby foods. Like I really did like try my best to be my best that I could be. And be organized and have the stuff that I needed to have. And yeah, I mean, Nona and Tasha did a lot of rummage sailing, took all my stuff to the laundromat, washed it in Draft.
Yum, I can just smell that right now.
I did
Draft is the best.
Baby classes, which when I was pregnant with Brooklyn, I found out that Josh had another kid. So he had to go through child support court and all that stuff. I've never met her. So, I mean, that was like, Josh and I really didn't know each other.
Yeah.
So, like, we did some dating. Pretty much spent like 24/7 together. He didn't have a job, I don't think. Yeah, but then he went to like a couple baby classes with me, and then his visitation with his other daughter, he couldn't go to like, so like I think he went to half the classes with me and my mom went to half the classes with me. And then I made it to like 40 weeks, and they basically were like, you need to get induced. And Josh's dad said his mom didn't have him to like, I should have asked. I should know. It was like 42, 43, 40, whatever, like
dang,
weeks.
Poor lady.
And so I was like, well, if your mom didn't have to get induced, like, why do I have to get induced? Because I really like didn't want the epidural. At one of my doctor's appointments, I was very like against like vaccines for myself. She wanted me to get the flu shot, and I was like, I don't want to get the flu shot. And then it boiled down to, well, if you get the flu, like your baby's gonna die and blah blah. And like I was like bawling my eyes out, and I like said okay to getting the flu shot, and then I like had like a mental breakdown. You know how I am. Yeah. So that was pretty like stressful, but I mean, other than that, like, no, I ate, like, I lost weight. So when I graduated high school, because I graduated a semester early, I was working 3 jobs. One of them was at McDonald's. So I did like gain weight before getting pregnant. So then getting pregnant, kind of like I started like eating Caesar salads. I had a honeydew melon pretty much every day of my like pregnancy. I was like pretty active. I switched jobs like a few times because I had like a call center job for like a few weeks, and I like worked at a hair salon for a little bit. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Josh's parents were probably like terrified because I was like switching jobs. Josh didn't have a job. Josh's dad like said he knew me from Josh's old house, which was like a big party house. And I was like, no, I never went to that house. But I did, because that's where I did meet him. But like, I was not a partier. I was not participating in what that house actually meant. Yeah. You know? So yeah, I like my first Christmas, literally everything. And I was like, kind of like gonna be self-conscious about that, because I was like, when we celebrate our 1-year anniversary, like Brooklyn will already be born. So I was like, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah, so you had a lot of feelings about how people were gonna.
Yeah, I just was like, I'm gonna prove them wrong. Yeah. So I ended up needing to get induced. My meal before going into the hospital, because I went in at 6 p.m. My meal before going into the hospital, Josh got McDonald's, ate the McDonald's. He drove me to the hospital. And
I think we went to McDonald's before I had pain. No, we didn't.
And then
I don't remember. I wasn't supposed to eat before. Really? I had swear. Because I was induced.
I think they tell you not to, but I did.
Yeah.
So, because I was getting induced at 6 p.m. So, basically, I was going to go and lay down. They were going to, like, put a pill inside of me. Mm-hmm. I was going to have to, like, lay flat on my back for, it's either, like, a half hour or hour. Then you lay on your side for, like, a half hour or hour. And then you can, like, move around after that. And they give you, like, however many doses of that.
Yeah.
So, slow and steady, I, like, speeded up. I ended up calling my mom, like, in the middle of the night saying, like, you need to come to the hospital. Like, I'm gonna have this baby. I ended up, so I got induced, like, 6 whatever p.m. And then I had her, like, 7:30 a.m., I think, something like that.
Did your mom make it?
Yeah, my mom was there. I was not, like, in full-blown labor yet. She ended up sleeping on the couch, so her and Josh, like, slept on the chair in the couch. And I, like, couldn't sleep, and they were, like, sleeping, and I was, like, pissed off about that. I'm like, I wanted you, like, to my mom, I was like, I wanted you to be here to, like, be awake with me, and you're sleeping. And to Josh, I'm like, you're supposed to be, like, here for me, and you're sleeping.
Yeah.
I was, like, super cranky at them. I was, like, yeah, in a bad mood. In the morning, my brother's dad came to the hospital, like, before I started pushing. Tasha and Nana were there, like, because I wanted Tasha to take pictures. Nana was there because it's her, like, great-grandbaby.
Did she take pictures?
I have no idea where they are. But I think, yeah, Tasha took, like...
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take any pictures.
Really? Yeah, I had way too many people in the room.
I don't know if I like that. Yeah.
Josh's parents then came, like, after she was born. My brother's dad waited in the hallway. I was, like, cussing. So much swearing. But I didn't get the epidural. So, they ended up popping my water.
I could not imagine you in labor.
Really? Why?
I mean, I could, but, like...
So, this is what it was like.
You would be angry.
This is what it was like. Basically, they gave me, like... ibuprofen. I don't know. I never take, like, ibuprofen, Tylenol, any pain medicine. So they're like, we're just gonna give you, like, prescription strength or whatever they were gonna give me. And all of a sudden, I was like having these dreams about a purple cemetery, and I was pushing a shopping cart through it. So I did take, like, a little nap, and I had, like, super weird dreams. And then, yeah, I had all these people in my room. I'm literally 19 years old.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I ended up, like, progressing enough. They popped my water. And then it gets time to push. And I was just, like, all the swear words. Screaming all the swear words. But I only pushed, like,
so they had your door
10
shut?
times.
So
I only pushed, like, what, like, that's 10 crazy. Times, and she was
especially
out.
For your first labor.
Full head of hair, super dark, whatever. Then turns out my cousin's in the room next door. And I think she was like, yeah, I got an epidural because the lady next to me was screaming and cussing so much. So, yeah, our babies are, like, 12 hours apart. Had Brooklyn. It was good, great, grand. Brought her home, breastfeeding, like, my nipples cracked and bled, and that was, like, a struggle with Brooklyn. See, you said your people came to your house. I had, like, one come in the room. So also,
I had them both, but I think because he would not latch, we had to continue it elsewhere. And I was there for 5 days. See,
I continued and I was only there for, like, 2 days. Because I had no epidural, no C-section, no whatever. Like, we're all good. No jaundice, no nothing.
Yeah, so I had jaundice. So we were there for 5 days. Almost 6.
So, but my mom breastfed my cousins, like, they're basically telling me, like, you just have to push through, I did go to, like, 2 lactation meetings after I was discharged from the hospital. I remember, I don't know what I said to my mom, but she would, like, bring me chocolate ice cream in the middle of the night, because I think I had, like, some postpartum depression going on. Josh and I mean, we're Josh and I. It'd be a roller coaster. But he, like, was struggling with addiction. I didn't know yet at this time. But it was, like, so sometimes I would, because then, after having Brooklyn, I had an overnight job. a retail overnight stocking job. And he would like have like lasagna, like, and like light candles and put like soda in like wine glasses. And I remember too, because I wasn't 21 yet and I wanted to be a fancy mom, and I was like, all fancy moms drink wine. Like, he bought me a couple different kinds of wine to try so I could be a fancy mom. And I mean, we had like all the jumpers and bouncers, and he's like obsessed with Brooklyn, in love with Brooklyn. Like, we had a small bed, so sometimes he would like make like a bed on the floor with like all the couch cushions. And yeah, I mean, it was crazy, you know, just becoming a mom and dating this guy. And Josh ended up giving her some formula here and there. Then we like, I don't think I'm missing anything, right?
I don't think so, no.
So Josh ended up, he wanted to feed her, and I wasn't really like pumping that much because I had the wrong size phalanges or whatever they're called. So, that like wasn't really good. So pumping wasn't really going great. So he would give her formula and I would breastfeed. And also, like, we went to the Manitowoc County Fair. He, like, walked me way off because I wanted to breastfeed her. He walked me way off. He had, like, a blanket here, blanket here, blanket here. I had 3 blankets on. It's August. It's sweating hot. She doesn't really know what she's doing. I don't really know what I'm doing. I mean, she was born in May, and it was in August. But, like, yeah. So, breastfeeding, like, I did my best. And
you did great.
Then, you know, I did take a lot of Snapchats with those engorged boobs because I was like, I be looking good. I be looking fly. I remember in a swimsuit.
Was a thing then? I don't think I had Snapchat.
I've had Snapchat since high school.
Oh.
I remember, like, yeah. I will have like a swimsuit and I'm like, oh my God, like, look at these. It's like I got, you know, fake ones, and I've never had boobs before. But then also I realized in the summer, like, they sweat. So I'd sweat between them. And it was like a little bit of sweat under them sometimes. And that was like a whole new experience. My first time ever having boobs was crazy. That's little.
I like it.
So then Josh and I went through our like biking everywhere phase. With Brooklyn? Yeah. So he didn't have his driver's license. So he had to put her in the buggy. So now she would be like, what, 2?
Yeah.
So he had to put her in the buggy, and my mom would meet him at his work. So yeah. And right after that, so I was like super fit, like super skinny right away. Like I was in double zeros. Like I had Brooklyn in May and I was in double zeros that summer.
Never been a zero
and then,
in my life.
Like, so yeah, I mean, it was good after Brooklyn. But then, so did I gain? No, I couldn't. Well, maybe.
No, you're skinny when you came to Victoria's Secret.
But I mean, like, biking I was super thin after having Brooklyn. And I think biking just like helped me stay super thin because I still wasn't eating that great yet. So then at Victoria's Secret, I did have a miscarriage. I just wanted to like put it out there. Because once I had my miscarriage, so many people at Victoria's Secret told me that they had also had miscarriages. And I was like, whoa, like I didn't know how common it was. And so that was like amazing. I mean, obviously not amazing that I had the miscarriage, but it really, like brought me into the fam of Victoria's Secret family. So yeah, I went through that there. Brooklyn was like a couple years old. And wow, I worked at Victoria's Secret a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I worked there.
12 years. 14 years? 14.
I didn't realize I worked there that long. So I'm probably gonna like cut this because now I'm like stumbling a little bit.
So now fast forward, Elena.
Yeah, and we figured out that Vanessa found out she was pregnant first. And then I was like, I haven't gotten my period in a long time. And she's like, you should go take a test. So I go home, take a test. Oh, I was gonna say it with Brooklyn. Sorry to backtrack it now quick. But I found out at my baby shower that she was a girl. I popped a balloon. It was pink.
Oh, cute.
But I was gonna say about Josh is he literally was supposed to stay at my baby shower and like be there when I popped the balloon. And he left my baby shower and went and bought Nike shoes from the mall. And we got into a big fight about that.
Oh my God, Joshua.
So it plays in a little bit with Elena. So
yeah.
I'm pregnant with Elena. We had to like move out of where we were. Josh was like, I don't even know what he was doing. He was not helping me move. So my dad's like, what the heck? She's like big and pregnant. She can't be moving by herself.
Yeah.
So my like dad came and helped me. His wife was also pregnant. So my dad's wife was pregnant. I was pregnant and you were pregnant. And all the kids are born not even a month apart.
Yeah,
So,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I remember like being a little bit, so with Brooklyn, it was like happy. I was buying like anything I thought I needed, I just like bought. I remember with Elena, like the pregnancy pillows were a thing, and I think you had one, and like my stepmom had one, and I didn't have one. So I was like super sad. And I can't remember, I think it was right before I knew I was pregnant with Elena. I like didn't have any money, like at all, any money. So one of my coworkers, she brought me to the store and like brought me groceries, and I literally like cry about it and think about it all the time. She made like such a huge, all the girls at Victoria's Secret made the biggest impact in my life. But it was like sad. Like I feel like I'm glossing over the like, yeah,
the struggle.
I probably really, shouldn't have been having my second kid with Josh and like how, but we did it and we're here and we're surviving.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I don't know, if people are interested.
Did you hide Elena's when you were pregnant with Elena, or did you tell everybody right away?
No, I hid it.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So like people with Elena, but I also hid Kenzie's too.
No, I know. I just didn't know if you.
People with Elena, like Victoria's Secret people knew that I was pregnant with Elena, but like no one knew like that I was pregnant with her because I just wear like sweatshirts. So it was, I can bring up the picture because it was literally Thanksgiving. So I came in for Black Friday and that's when I announced it. I had like Thankful for You. So also back then I was super into matching. So because I had a girl and I had Brooklyn, it was like every year for our birthday, we were gonna like her birthday, my birthday, Mother's Day, every single holiday we matched. Like, and this was before matching was a thing. And I'm gonna say,
Is matching really a thing?
Well, now you can just go online and buy matching outfits. I used to drive to like 12 stores and bring in like, so then it would be like the same shade jeans and the same shade t-shirts. Like I would be going to Gordman's and Old Navy and Walmart and Target and all these stores.
Gordman's! I miss that store.
Yeah, so I was going hard to find these matching outfits. Where now you can find a matching outfit friggin' anywhere. Yeah. So, I think Brooklyn and I were both in purple and Josh was in a blue, and it said like Thankful for You, and I had a bump, and then it's like, yeah, I mean, my belly was big. So Elena was born in March and I didn't tell anyone until November. So I was already how far along?
Yeah.
I didn't go to like any of my appointments. Like,
yeah, I got you to go. Remember, I went to that one place so you could see how it was?
Mosaic. Because Mosaic? Well, I had no idea. Wasn't it Mosaic?
I don't remember. It was just like a free one.
Because,
right?
Oh, no. Was that one like clinic?
Yeah, it was that clinic over kind of by Planned Parenthood.
I had no idea how far along I was.
Yes. But you didn't have insurance or something.
Yeah, I never had insurance with any of them.
Yeah, so then I went to that one baby appointment with that free clinic. And then got you to go there.
Yeah.
Did you go? Yeah. And they do like an ultrasound for you.
Yeah. Yep. To tell you how far along you are.
Mm-hmm.
But then I remember, and I'm pretty sure, so I hid both of them. And I was also like, I was less depressed with Elena, but I was also super depressed with both of them because of how people would react and the money. So, the one, I went to the emergency room because I thought I was in labor, and they're like, how far along are you? And I was like, I don't know. I haven't gone to the doctor yet. And I was like 28 weeks and hadn't been to a single appointment yet. And I don't know, like, I was just like...
Not even that free one?
So it must have been Mackenzie that happened with then. Because I think I did do the free one after you did with Elena. Mm-hmm. So it must have been Mackenzie that I was like 20-something weeks along, still hadn't been to a doctor's appointment, went to the hospital because I like thought I was in labor and had no idea how far along I was. And was like, well, an emergency room can't like deny me entry.
Well, and that one you really hid. I feel like you hid Kenzie more than Elena, right?
Yeah, because I didn't tell with Kenzie. I wore baggy sweatshirts until Christmas. And her birthday is in April. So, kind of, I mean, they're both intertwined. With Elena, I wasn't as depressed. With Mackenzie, I was so down bad. And only, like, eating fast food and only, like, drinking so, like, it was not good with Kenzie.
Yeah.
It really wasn't good.
With Elena, you didn't work at Victoria's Secret with Kenzie.
I did pick up a couple shifts.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you weren't there, like, full time.
Because
so you didn't have...
My one friend did find out. My one friend did find out at Victoria's Secret because of the shirt that I was wearing that I was pregnant with Mackenzie. Because I was living with my aunt when I got pregnant with Mackenzie, and she didn't know that I was pregnant. Like, legitimately, yeah, it's insane that I hit it as good and as well as I did.
Cute. And their labors went well?
So, okay, yeah, that's the thing. With Elena, from someone from Victoria's Secret who's now your neighbor. That's who.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I said my number one goal with Elena was A, to breastfeed to at least a year, and B, because I felt like the biggest piece of shit mom in the world for not breastfeeding Brooklyn till a year. As much as I just played it off like, oh... You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you guys want to really know how depressed I was...
We all care way too much.
I could, like... But yeah, I was, like, super sad. So with Elena, I was like, I'm not getting induced. Like, I don't want to get induced. I think it went from 0 to 100, the pain really quick. Like, I could breathe through it better, like, if I don't get induced. So she gave me this advice of the red raspberry leaf tea. And you drink, like, I don't remember, starting at however many weeks, and you drink like 1 cup, and then you up it to 2 cups, up it to 3 cups. And then the dates, having like 5 dates a day. And then the girl that was right under you, the blonde one, I don't want to say names, you know who I'm talking about, right? The one you did the half marathon, or the... Yeah. So, she was trying to lose weight and get a boyfriend. Yeah. And I was like, I need to, like, you know, be able to bear down really good. So, we would always go on the headset every time we went to the bathroom and anytime, whatever, and we would do so many squats. So, I literally probably did, like, 100 squats a day when I was pregnant with Elena. I was on my feet all the time. I remember... I worked a closing shift. So I worked a closing shift. I went home. Lindsay's last little... Oh.
Whatever.
Her last tip was to, like, do the deed to go into labor. So I said to Josh, like, this, like, girl said to, like, this is how I'm going to go into labor. And we did. And then it was 4 a.m. And I was like, oh my God, I think I'm in labor. And I said to my mom's husband at the time, because we were living in their basement, that was another part that I was like super embarrassed and upset about. I go upstairs. He's like, whoa, what are you doing here? Because this was still when I slept till like, I could have probably slept past noon back in those days. So I was awake and he's like, whoa, what are you doing awake? I was like, I don't know. I think today's the day. I have my hands on the on the island. I'm swaying back and forth, blah, blah, blah. Well, I saw something about like going in the bathtub. So I went in the bathtub. I'm like laying on my back. I feel like a turtle. I can't get up. I'm screaming for my mom. I'm like, I can't get out of the bathtub.
God.
I'm stuck back here. Ah, and then, yeah, I mean, I had a contraction then next to her bed. I'm like butt naked out of the bath. I'm like, ah, like, yeah, I mean, and then she's like, breathe through it. So I'm trying to breathe through it. Brooklyn had to go to 4.
Was your mom calm during all this?
Yes. My mom was very, like, good with, like, these situations. So, yeah, I mean, she would rub my back, rub my shoulders, like, she loves babies. So, yeah, went downstairs, said to Josh, like, hey,
it's time.
And then Josh was like, it's not time. Tell her to go back to bed. So I hobbled down the stairs, tried to sleep next to Josh. I like keep waking up. I can't sleep. He's trying to pull me closer, telling me just go back to sleep. Like, you're fine. They were both telling me like, no, you're fine. Well, my brother had to be to high school or middle school. Was he in middle school? No, he was in middle school with Brooklyn because he got to skip a day of school to come and meet her. High school with Elena. And he had to be to school at like 7:30, whatever, maybe. Did she let him skip? I don't remember. I think she might have let him skip that day too. So, yeah, I mean, it's like school traffic time. And I'm like, we need to call Tasha to watch Brooklyn, and Holton had to get to school. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like, it's for real. I need to call Lori. So I had to call
your boss.
My boss.
Yeah.
I'm really now name dropping. I had to call my boss and be like, I think I'm in labor. And she's like, what? Like, you just worked last night. And I'm like,
yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. I'm like, I think it's for real. I don't really know if it's for real. And she was like gone. She was like at something. Like, cause she was in a hotel. With Sandy, I think.
Yeah.
So then she knew. She's saying congratulations. So, yeah. Get to the emergency. I literally, this is so inappropriate. I remember trying to like smoke a cigarette on the way. But I was like in so much pain. I like had one foot up on the dash, one foot out the window, like pushing on like the mirror of like the car. I was trying to breathe through it, but also I'd been having contractions since like 4 a.m. So by the time I get there, there put me in a wheelchair. I had a contraction. I like flipped out of the wheelchair. The Jimmy John's guy caught me in the elevator because I was like, I like tensed my body back. Goodness. And the Jimmy John's guy helps my mom get me back into the wheelchair. I get up there. They're trying to like ask me if my name is spelled right on my bracelet. And I'm like, I need to push. And then I'm like, where the F is Josh? Like, what the heck is he doing? And my mom's like, he's just getting Brooklyn by Tasha. Like, you're fine. And I'm like, tell him to run. He did. And I'm like, get him in here. What is wrong with him? He's so stupid.
Yeah.
So he runs in the room. Yeah. 2 pushes. She's out. I was barely in that. So he like texted his mom like,
wouldn't that have been a cool story? Have your kid in an elevator?
No. He like texts his mom on the way to the hospital, and the message that she was born was 28 minutes later. So his mom thought he was like joking.
Yeah.
No, she was just born. And that was at a different hospital. So with Brooklyn, I was told if she has to be in the NICU, they would like fly her to like this hospital. So I would only have Brooklyn at this one certain hospital. So then I didn't have Elena or Kenzie there because I was like, I don't know what I thought. I just
both
was
of my babies were there.
Why drive there? Whatever.
Right there.
Josh liked the slushy machine better at the. I don't know, but yeah. So that was Elena. Super quick. Thankful to my VS girls because really Elena's labor was the best labor. I'd have 100 kids like that. I mean, obviously it hurts, but bing, bam, boom. Good. And then literally I breastfed her so good. I mean, yeah, I cracked and I bled and whatever and had to like still be getting Brooklyn to she was in like gymnastics and whatever, and I just put Elena in the Tula. Remember, I was so like...
You loved the Tula. You let me borrow the Tula.
Yeah. And then, with Elena, it's getting long, y'all. It's getting long. But with Elena, basically, Josh was, like, cooking us steaks dinners, and I was breastfeeding her, watching, like, a documentary, and it was, like, called, What the Health, maybe? Cowspiracy. It was Cowspiracy.
Oh, jeez.
And Josh comes in, and I was like, I'm vegan now. And I, like, went vegan, and...
Y'all will probably hear Tanisha goes on tangents about, like...
Anything.
Yeah, I can't... Yeah, I mean, I can't even...
Yeah.
Specify it, because it's just, like, one day she's not eating milk. You were vegan. What else?
Pescatarian.
Yep.
Tried to cloth diaper for a second.
Seaweed all the time.
Yeah.
Your mom was also, like, super nuts about what?
All organic, non-GMO. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so...
But you still do that.
I know.
I mean, you still go on your
It's a mental illness.
And so I was thinking the other day, your mind just, like, absorbs so much.
It hurts.
But it does, like, you remember. Like, I know you say you have a bad memory, but you remember all these, like, things. Like, you listen to a Huberman Lab and you remember everything they said practically.
Well, here's the thing with Cowspiracy. So they literally put, like, a map.
See, you still remember that.
Yes, because it was, like, grids, okay? And it put on there, like, to have... Because it was like square miles or something, I think the grids were. So basically, to have the amount of water it took to get so much beef versus so much corn versus so much whatever. And it said the amount of water that it took. So I'm in my postpartum stage, hormones raging, basically thinking if I don't go vegan right now, my kids are never going to have clean drinking water. Okay? It's like...
Yes, got it.
It is fear. My brain moves in fear and in, like, irrational and intrusive thoughts.
Yes, it is.
And
it's like, now.
Yeah. So, okay, tangent again. This is going to be the longest episode ever. I one time was driving on the highway and I called Josh and I was like, oh my God, what happens if you hit one of those cones, like the big barrel cones, and then you keep driving? Is that considered a hit and run? Like, am I going to go to jail for a hit and run? Like, and he's like, did you hit one? And I was like, no, but like, what if I did? I need to know the protocol.
Yeah, and you freak out. It's not just like a calm question. Like, it's very serious to you.
They're very spread out now because I have the same thing going on an on-ramp with a truck. And I was like, Josh, they're stick shift. Like, do they roll back? Do they have any, like... I had one just the other day. And I had to call Bailey, and thank God she answered. And, like, Bree and Bailey, I mean, they just be laughing.
You better not call me in that crisis. Just kidding.
It depends on what it's about. Yeah. It's got to be whoever I think actually knows the information.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times it's Bailey. So, thank God.
Thank goodness for Bailey.
Yeah.
Save the day.
Yeah. Because just the other week, I was literally, like, my heart hurt. Because of a noise that I heard, and I was like having this thing where a snake was gonna come. I was like, is it warm enough where a snake is gonna come through the vent? And then she's like telling me basically no. And then I was like, what if there's a cat in my engine? And I was like, ugh, it was so bad. I literally pulled all over.
You're nutso.
Yeah. So anyways, that's kind of how Elena was. I tried my best. I went crazy vegan, and then, yeah, I did breastfeed her, and then once I made it past a year, everyone was like, well, when are you gonna stop? And I was like, y'all wanted me to breastfeed her, I'm breastfeeding her, like, I'm gonna breastfeed her till college. It's none of your business when I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. And Josh got more comfy with you breastfeeding in public.
Yes, yep, that did happen. Because my dad was having like Bailey breastfeed and was all like big on free the nipple. And he kept telling Josh, you know, hashtag free the nipple. There was a big thing that happened at the Appleton pool too, where lifeguard said that a mom couldn't be breastfeeding there. And there's like legislation that you can breastfeed in public in Appleton.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that happened kind of everywhere. Remember, like at Victoria's Secret, they had us put all those signs up?
Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, it's huge.
I think that was around the time of the Me Too movement, right?
I think that was before.
Oh, okay. So, but I remember those. So, then with Kenzie, basically I was living at my aunt's house. So Josh and I were like very much between my family. Like my mom, my aunt, my dad, my aunt, my mom, like, for a while, like years. And it was very embarrassing because the girls being in school and just their classes and just my coworkers and like, why aren't we getting it together? Well, turned out, you know, Josh had a substance abuse issue and got that resolved and got on our merry way.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, now we're just trucking this 1% better every day. But with Kenzie, I very much hit it, very much lots and lots and lots of fast food.
So did Tasha ever know before you told her?
She says no.
That is insane.
But people, anyone like says like, how did she not? Because we worked together.
She admitted it, don't you think?
We worked. She told my boss like she had no idea. Because she was like, you knew? And he's like, yes, I knew. Look at how huge her stomach is. Yeah. And Carl knew.
But maybe it is like where they see it you every day that you just can't tell. Yeah.
So the reason that my boss knew was because I wasn't going to keep Kenzie for a little while. Mm-hmm. So Josh and I had literally no gas. We put 64 cents in gas in pennies in my car to try and get to an appointment to not have her. But they don't do that in the town that I live in. I would have had to go like an hour something away. And I like said to my boss, basically, like, can you give me time off to like go have this procedure done? Like, but also it's so far away. I don't even know if I can afford the procedure. And then, yeah, I mean, a few weeks later, my belly's getting bigger and bigger. Mm-hmm. And he's like, so I'm guessing you didn't have that procedure? Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, I didn't. Then he's like, okay, does Tasha still not know? I was like, yeah, Tasha still doesn't know. But I was like bawling my eyes out to him. Like, yeah, that was like, I don't really know. I just said to Josh, like, kind of like, will you be okay with it? Like, do you want me to keep her? Like, could you imagine him not having her now? They're like besties. They go fishing together. She scales fish. Like, it's insane. And he like told me like, yeah, you can like not have her. It's your body, your choice, kind of. And ended up, having her. But I was just like super like ashamed. I guess ashamed probably is the right wording.
Well, yeah.
But also we never used birth control or protection. So, I mean, kind of like, what was I thinking?
Right.
So,
I mean, you were actively not trying. I mean, I guess you thought you were by the pull-out method. I mean, that's still your method.
Oh, so... wait. There was one portion in Elena's story, dang it, that we have to go back to. So, Josh and my mom, I was living at my mom's house when I was pregnant with Elena. Josh and my mom got into a freaking fight. And it was the cut a cake of what she was going to be.
Okay.
And freaking Josh's dad ended up cutting the cake with me because Josh didn't come because him and my mom were fighting. So our relationship was so that having Kenzie, I was like, ugh. And at this point, Josh had asked me to marry him like 1,000,000 times. I was like, no, like, you need to have your high school diploma. Like, you need to have a career. So then we ended up sitting down and making 19 goals for 2019. Do you remember that? I was at VS when I made that. Mm-hmm. We made 19 goals for 2019. Josh tried. So that would have been like before getting well, we had Kenzie in 2019. So yeah, I would have been pregnant. But I worked holiday. I worked so many holiday. Like the thing with VS, I would quit and have other jobs and then So, yeah, he got his high school diploma in like the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
He went to some class, but he had like lied to me about going to the classes before, and then I found movie tickets in his pocket of the time that he was supposed to be in class.
Joshua is a liar.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to this conclusion.
So,
and I think he does it
for fun,
to make you happy. I think
it's true.
He tries to do it to avoid the storm.
So, yeah. I'm gonna have to edit this a lot. It's so... With Kenzie, though, here's my labor. The quick...
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I already did that.
Basically, I was working a dishwashing job, and it was hurting my back. So Josh... We couldn't not have the income. So Josh takes on my dishwashing job so that we can keep the income, and then he starts doing it. While it's a Friday night, he's there, he has to work until 8:30. I'm like, I'm in labor, I'm gonna have this baby. But also my mental health wasn't there. And I'm like calling him, trying to get him to leave early. He doesn't leave early. He says I can make it till 8:30. I'm like, I can't make it until 8:30, whatever. Anyways.
I know these men just think you can just...
Yeah. So anyways, he comes and he gets me, which I was right on with Elena, like had her like that. So really he was stupid for making me wait with Kenzie. But he brings me to the hospital. Basically, I'm like not progressing enough. So they send me like home. But I'm like uncomfortable all night long. So I say I was in labor with Kenzie for like 32 hours.
Dang.
Because I was like, I didn't have her then until Sunday, Easter Sunday. Yeah. So since Friday.
Thank goodness Easter changes. Wouldn't that suck to have a birthday on Easter?
So then Friday night was the first time I went in. Then Saturday, and then I get to a point where I'm like, I'm staying in this hospital. You need to get her out of me. Like, I'm not leaving. Because I was, like, going and coming back and going and coming back. My auntie Crystal sent me, like, food and, like, whatever. And, you know, Tasha taking Elena and Brooklyn. So it's just, like, I need to get this baby out. Like, it's eviction time. And... But I also made the mistake of telling the doctors I didn't want to have a 420 baby. So then they're like, you don't really want to get her out. Like, it was like this big hoopla. And then I was like, give me a C-section. Then I was like, give me a C-section right now. And then they're like, we can't just like give you a C-section. Like, walk around, bounce on the ball, get in the bathtub. So I walked around, got in the ball, did the bathtub. But I didn't do any of the tricks that I learned at VS with Elena for Kenzie. So my labor with Kenzie was so drawn out, so painful, so whatever. But I really had this complex about getting the epidural. Well, I was like screaming at the nurse at one point, like, I'm gonna sue these doctors, like, get this effing baby out of me. Like, you guys are idiots. Not good. So basically, Josh is like, get the epidural. And I was like, if you ever tell anyone, I will kill you. Like, I don't know why I'm even doing this right now. I remember like bawling my eyes out, hyperventilating. The nurse is like, the epidural is going to help you calm down. I'm like, now I'm a failure. I'm going to have back pain the rest of my life. I told Josh, like, if I have back pain, like, I'm going to break your back. Like, all this stuff. I get the epidural. I slept for like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours. I wake up, they break my water, I push her out, everything's great, grand. It's just very dramatic for all those 20 whatever hours that I didn't have the epidural. Moral of the story. Yeah.
It's funny.
And then, for the longest time, no one really knew about the epidural. Until I kind of, like, started telling people. But it was, like, scary because I was, like, shaking after. So I was like, I think I kept telling them I was freezing. They were like putting like heated blankets on me. What's going on here? That doesn't really help. They were like putting like the warmed up blankets on me and stuff.
Oh, your hair? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, because my face is so dark in the video.
Got it.
Get closer. I was like shaking really bad. Like my body was like shaking as like a reaction. And then they were like telling me I was fine, and I was like, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, breastfed her for like 1,000,000 years. Never really pumped with her. Because Elena, I did pump. Like Brooklyn, I had the wrong size things. But Elena, I did pump and breastfeed. Kenzie, I pretty much exclusively breastfed. Josh and I had made this agreement when I had Elena, like I would take care of the baby, he would take care of the toddler. So then with Kenzie, fell in suit, like he had to take care of the older two. I took care of Kenzie, so I did all the waking, all the diaper changes, like all that stuff. All the breastfeeding. With Elena, I had like diabetes recti or whatever, so I did all these different like movements in bed, slimmed down real good with her. With Kenzie, not so much. Kind of never lost the weight, really. You know?
That's good.
I was like super depressed, but you know, Josh and I started getting our ish together. So we say Kenzie's like the wish upon a shooting star. Because once I was pregnant with Kenzie and had Kenzie is when Josh got a career, he got his high school diploma, we got married. We started like really, he's always loved me. I started loving him. Only took 3 kids. I don't know. That's that.
Love it.
If I left any parts out, if you're interested in any more details on any of this, let us know. But we love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.